Hello and welcome, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. And this week we are the 21st to the 27th of August 2023. I am working with the Little Buddha Tarot. This is the Little Buddha Tarot and this is the Little Buddha Oracle this week. These two decks are just phenomenal. I haven't worked with them for ages. I love them so much and I can't wait to see what readings we're going to get from it. It is a cute deck, but don't let the cuteness of it put you off, because let me tell you that this particular, especially the tarot deck, it packs a punch. I'm going to shift it out of the way slightly and we're going to start shuffling the oracle. So how was that for a split there? All right, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's see what the week ahead has in store for you. As I shuffle the cards, we're asking for clarity, guidance, insight, and inspiration into the week of the 21st to the 27th of August for all Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energies. We are looking for a single card from the oracle. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna just cut it somewhere here. Oopsie, that didn't work, but I am happy with that one. I'm not going to turn it over just yet. I'm going to hang on to it for a brief second, shift it out of the way slightly, and let's now shuffle the tarot. So as we shuffle the Little Buddha Tarot, for all earth signs, we're wanting to know, what does the week ahead have in store for us? What is the energy that we're going to be navigating and dealing with? Where does our focus need to be? What is significant, relevant, and important for all earth sign energies for the week of the 21st to the 27th of August? All right, let's cut the deck. Card number 1, we have got the Three of Wands. Card number 2, we have the Four of Cups. I'm then bringing the Oracle into the middle, and then we have another card which is the Nine of Swords, and our last tarot we have is the Knight of Cups. Right, so earth signs, we've got some interesting energies, okay? The first thing that I note is that we're going from 3 to 4 to 9 tonight. So we're going from a little number and we seem to be increasing as we go. We've got a wand, a cup, a sword, and a cup. So we've got the 2 cups, 1 wand, and 1 sword. What we don't have here are pentacles. But let's have a look and see what our oracle is before we look further at the tarot. The oracle card we have says to you, ask for help and you will find assistance was near the entire time. So ask for help and you will find that assistance was near to you the entire time. And I do think that that makes sense looking at the rest of the cards that we have. So let's get into your reading, earth signs, and to see what this week has in store for you. We're starting off with the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is quite an interesting card because here he's reached the water's edge. You can see that he's a little bit transparent, and you can see by this energy over here that he seems to be a bit etheric, almost ghost-like, if I can put it that way. We can see the mountain ranges through him, so as I said, he is transparent. But what he's done is he's sort of projected himself ahead. He's projected himself into the future to see what lays ahead, because he's wondering, am I on track? Am I ever going to reach my destination? And his destination happens to be these ships that he sees over there. That is where his longing is. That's where he wants to be. So it's almost like saying to you that this week there's going to be this needing to check in with yourself. Check in with yourself with regards to your long-term goals, your long-term projects. Where are you at? How is your progress coming on? How are you doing? And the fact that he's transparent is saying that you've got to be transparent with yourself. Interesting to bring it back to the oracle, where the oracle says that if you ask for help, you're going to find that the help is closer than you think. Because sometimes we don't ask for help because we think that nobody's close by, or that nobody's able to, or that nobody wants to help you. But the truth of the matter is, this week you're going to do a lot of checking in on yourself. Okay, we're going to be looking at our progress towards our goals. We're going to be checking in on where we're at. And sometimes even checking in with yourself can be a bit difficult and sometimes a little bit daunting. So this is why we're saying, let's ask for help. If you find yourself in a predicament, if you find yourself stuck, if you find yourself feeling insecure and nervous, just ask for help in checking in on yourself. Now, the Four of Cups is also very interesting because here he sits underneath the tree. Look at his body language, okay? He's got his arms crossed across his chest, and that immediately tells you he's closed off. That kind of body language immediately says, not interested, closed off, don't come to me with your stories, I don't want to hear it, okay? So he's quite closed off. he's got these 3 cups sitting in front of him, and then there's another one coming out of a beautiful pink cloud. So his demeanor, his body language is disconnected, disinterest, not interested in anyone's business. He's a little bit bored, he's a little bit disconnected. He's already experienced it 3 times, and he's like, oh gosh, I can't do it again. Okay, so what this is saying to you, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, is that this week we need to check in with ourselves. Even though it seems to be continuous, repetitive, ongoing, and even though that might not be so exciting anymore, you know what, we've actually got to reimagine the excitement. We've got to reimagine the joy, because, you know, we have to see where we are, because if we don't check in, we might be veering off course ever so slightly, and before we know it, we're going to be too far gone. But even if you are finding already that you're too far gone, there is help available to bring you back on track. But you've got to be interested, you've got to be enthusiastic about your life, about your circumstance, about your situation. You are the only one who can drive it. You are the only one who can do it. So you've got to give yourself permission to check in with yourself. You've got to give yourself permission to do the work that needs to be done. And don't be afraid, because even if the worst case scenario comes true and you find that you're far off course, there is help available. Interesting again. I'm going to say that all the way through, because it is. So Earth signs, we've got the 9 of Swords as well. Now the 9 of Swords, here we have little Panda lying in his bed. It is clearly the middle of the night. Okay, it is clearly the middle of the night. Little Panda is sitting in his bed. He's sitting up in his bed. He's rubbing his eyes because he can't sleep. He's tossing and he's turning. He's uncomfortable. His mind is not settling. His emotions are not settling. His anxiety is not settling. 9 of Swords is the card of stress. Stress and anxiety, which is keeping him up at night. Now, the reason why it's keeping him up at night is because he doesn't want to look at the truth. He doesn't want to check in to see his progress. So he's avoiding this because he's afraid that nobody's available to help him. And that's what's causing him stress and anxiety. Whereas if little Panda just asked for help, got enthusiastic about what he's doing, and was truthful and honest around the progress that he's making, it's amazing how we can eliminate this completely. But in order to eliminate the stress and the anxiety, we have to face the truth of where we're at, and possibly even ask for help. So we've got the stress and anxiety card coming through for you, saying to you, we can avoid this, we can work through this, we can work around this, as long as we can be honest with ourselves, as long as we can create and develop and nurture our own internal enthusiasm, and ask for help if and when necessary. Knight of Cups on the end here, Earth signs, is basically saying to you, and I mean, I just love him. Isn't he the cutest? Look at him with his little wings on his hat, on his helmet. He's got a rose in his mouth, and even the horse is like also proud and also fabulous, and he's holding this cup of love, almost like a trophy, and he's marching ahead. And that's exactly what the Knight of Cups is. It's like, let's do something big. Let's do something a little bit extravagant. Let's show off a little bit. Let's brag a little bit. Let's wear a heart on our sleeves and let's show the world what we're feeling, instead of internalizing everything, because that's what we've got going on here. So Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Spirit is saying to you for this week, we need to check in with ourselves. We need to re-establish our foundational enthusiasm and excitement. We need to not let the stress, the worry, and the anxiety hold us back. We need to make sure that when we recognize our place and we put our hand up and say, is anybody available to help us? You need to know that somebody's going to help. And then you can move forward into the next week with confidence, with enthusiasm, with excitement, and not with the stress and the anxiety. But it all comes with checking and being honest with yourself first. Being prepared to ask for help if necessary, but developing your enthusiasm. That's all you've got to do. That's all you've got to do this week. Easy. Easy peasy. Earth signs, I'm going to leave it there for you. Sending you so much love and many blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.